Okay, okay. I have no idea if this is working. Hopefully it's working. I even don't know if the sound is even that good, the balancing at all. I have no idea, but hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it's fine. Okay, so I've not done this in a very long time, and I've only done it once before, so it could be very hard. But my plan is, so the channel is called, it has films, it's Ralph Films, so it says films at the end, so I figured I should watch some films, but you can't watch films because copyright, and, you know, stuff like that. Hopefully this is sounding, I don't know, but, yeah, so I watched some films, but all films are, like, copyrighted, but the only films that are not copyrighted, as soon as I can figure, maybe they are copyrighted, this will be an enormous failure, but it's possible I'll be able to watch some really old films, as it says in the title, from like the 19th century. So like we're talking like, you know, under 5 minutes. Film couldn't hold that much film. And basically, my plan is, I've had this plan for a while, so my plan is to watch a film a year from every year since film has existed. So 1888 is the first film. The Round Hay Garden Scene is what we're going to be watching first. Hopefully this is all working. I think it is. Round Hay Garden Scene. Okay, so this music is annoying. Let's turn that off. So the Round Hay Garden Scene, and that's from 1888. So it's very short, and I think the story behind it was that it was sort of rediscovered, and sort of they discovered it later. So they didn't think this was. They thought another film was the first film ever made, but this is actually the first film ever made. That is the way I understand it. And we will start off, and we will just watch it. Hopefully this works. I'm hoping this works. So we're gonna switch over to here, and then change the screen to this. Yes. Okay. So. Okay. So we're gonna just watch this. I think we'll watch the 1 minute one, but it's probably just repeated, is my guess. There may be music. There's definitely ads, which sucks.
Whether you're trying to get your
Okay.
ideas down,
Yeah, that's
compose a
great.
message,
Yeah.
or
Okay,
reply to
we'll turn off
someone,
subtitles.
it can
We
be
don't need that.
difficult to
Yeah,
write well
bye.
and write fast.
Oh, so don't
With
judge
Grammarly
my
Go-
YouTube recommended on this account because I haven't used it at all. Actually, it's okay because it's all just old films. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yes, 20 frames. Yeah. No, 5-star movie. So, right there. Yes. Actually, I'll probably just repeat. Yeah, okay, so leads. Interesting. Yeah. It's very short. I think I'll just pause it. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's very basic, but it is the first film ever made. I don't know if these people even knew. I mean, I assume they knew, but they probably didn't quite comprehend how incredibly impactful that is. Like, this is the first like moving piece of visual media. We'll watch the rest of this video because why not? I mean, the actual thing's only 20 frames long, so yeah. So it's less than 2 seconds long, basically. Yeah. I have no idea who I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, which is probably a failure in what I've planned to do, but I don't know an awful lot about old films. I know a little bit, but not a lot. So yeah, the end. Okay, brilliant. Okay, next film. The next film, I believe, this could be over very soon. Leisurely Pedestrians, 1889. So we'll just switch that over. And I think this is the one where it doesn't actually have a... Can I spell? I don't want to spell my... Okay, right, we're good. This is the one with the really long title. Let's see. Let's pick the 35-second one. So this is... I believe this is Hyde Park Corner. I could be wrong. But I mean, this one is more extraordinary because the previous one, it's just people walking around in a garden. Like, it's not anything special. This one, I think you do get more of a feel for like what the time was. It's kind of you can obviously it's not very realistic at all. It's not, but you can kind of put yourself in the place, other than you wouldn't in the other one. I have no idea. Oh God, is this okay? Whatever. I think it might be Spanish, but I'm not. I'm not translating it. I don't want. Yeah, let's just skip over that. Wait, what? Did we miss it? No, we didn't. Okay, here we go. Hmm. This one's longer. That's good. Yeah. No, no, we don't. Why is autoplay on? No, we don't want that. Okay. So this one's good. Uh, yeah. Wacky hats. That's all I can figure. Horse, open top, oh, handsome cabs with trotting horses, open top buses. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. Again, maybe I should look up what the story behind all of these are. But let's see. I mean, these. Yeah. So these are all. Yeah, public domain. These are all the original ones. They're not filmmakers. They're really camera inventors who are just experimenting. So we're going to see a transition where we go from in these 12 films. We've just watched 2. These 12 films, we'll see like a gradual transition from just camera inventors. I think most people are familiar with the Lumiere brothers. They're probably like the most people film. Dixon is another one who's quite famous. Is just a camera inventor who's just experimenting with it. But then we get to more inventive, kind of more like directors as we know them, who are more creative and like putting actual stories into the films, which is kind of more interesting. So the next film is Moschina. Hold on. Moschina. 1890. Okay. Oh yes, I think I remember this one. I guess the 8-second one. 7-second. Okay. Full screen. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so this one's pretty cool. This one's pretty epic. Unique, I suppose, because it's such a tight close-up angle. I suppose in the early uses of film, where you could only film 7 seconds of footage, like you couldn't film any, it was physically impossible. I mean, this is one of the coolest uses because you're seeing a bug in slow motion, which is pretty cool. Because you obviously can't put story into a 7-second film, so using the moving images to see like something you would never really see, like a slow motion image of a. I think this is a fly or more or something. I have no idea. Mosquito sounds like it's a mosquito, but maybe it says something in the description. No, nothing. Yeah, it is amazing. Okay, next film. I mean, there's not an awful lot to say about these, so whatever. Let's go into the next film. So we have, what's it called? Dixon Greeting. Yes. So this is Dixon, who is, I think, another inventor, but I could be wrong. 1891. Let's go here. And quite a lot of these guys are French, but I don't know if this guy's French. Guy might be American. Edison Dixon
From the Library of Congress in
Library
Washington,
of Congress,
D.C.
goodness. That suggests it's American, but also it may just not be. So, okay, here we go. The mouse is in the middle of the screen. Yeah, so very short. Yeah, honestly, this one's. If I'm missing something, I suppose the only thing that I noticed that's kind of unique is got the like iris kind of lens where they've done a circle. In the olden days, you couldn't easily do a close-up because the cameras weren't good enough for that. Like you couldn't close in on someone's face, so you'll often find they just do like a circle over the screen, like they just cut out a circle like this, so there's a circle around there to draw your attention to something. But that's only useful when you're actually editing films together. So far, we haven't seen two shots edited together, so they haven't cut the film strip and stuck back together yet. That we're not at that point yet. I don't think we. No, we do get to that point. So, yeah. So we will see that, but that is the only. And other than that, the lighting maybe I don't know. This one is less impressive, I think, to be honest. Let's go to this one's very good. This one is I don't know again because I don't know awful lot, but I'm guessing it's probably like the first animation, and it's much longer. Let's watch this one. I seem to remember it's kind of pervy, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. Right, okay. Here we go. It's got music. Proper narrative this time, which is pretty cool. Is there any way I can get the quality up a bit better? No, that's okay. That's the best we can do. Here we go. This one is pretty cool. I mean, you can sort of, I don't know why he's kind of like transparent. I think all the characters are in this transparent. There must be a reason. But I mean, this was pretty revolutionary, I imagine. Very cool. Yeah, she's kind of transparent as well. Yeah, that's very weird. The door is kind of weird. Yeah, then you have this sort of antagonist type character, the original character. I mean, even the style, it's very cool. Like the style of the characters, and the fact that he just has a guitar or a mandolin or whatever. I don't think this is even used. It's not part of the narrative at all, but it's cool. I think she comes out on the balcony, maybe? I don't know. Oh. Yep. No, it is used, okay. Yeah, he's playing a trick on him. But even the length of this is just so impressive. Like, we've jumped from... The last one was, what, 9 seconds, I think? I could be wrong. No, it was less. The last one was tiny, but the maximum length I think we've seen is 9 seconds, I think. So 9 seconds is the maximum length we've seen. But this is such an increase in filmmaking, really. And it's great that animation was the first to do that. I suppose it was easier. No, I mean, this is not easy, but maybe it's easier than sort of innovating, cutting, and editing. Yeah, then he runs away. I love the music. And this would, I'm imagining if this was shown in a theatre, they would have, you know, the piano accompanying. And if the pianist is good, then they would have done that stylistically as well. Oh. Yeah, that's it. So at the end, he just kind of enters without, yeah, whatever. No consent there. But I mean, she did like him, but yeah, he just enters her house without permission. But whatever. Next film. Okay, so it's French. You know, a lot of the early film was French. That's not so much the case nowadays. Like, the French film industry is big, but it's not as big as Hollywood, obviously. Whereas in the past, it was huge. I mean, that's why I'm imagining that's why the Cannes Film Festival exists. Anyway, next film, Blacksmith Scene. So we're returning to live action. Yeah, there it is. It's handy. Okay. 44 seconds, but I'm imagining it'll repeat.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tags.
Okay. Is this guy German, maybe? I actually have no idea. The shadow, yeah. Maybe it doesn't repeat. I don't know. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, again, pretty simple. Nothing to the narrative degree as the other one. You can see, I think this is someone's shadow. Yeah, they move out of the way. I don't know how that worked. Maybe not a shadow. Maybe it's an actual person who's just silhouetted. Yeah. So again, it's just, I mean, it's more interesting probably than the other ones. Definitely more interesting than the Dixon greeting, which is just a guy with a hat. So, okay, we are speeding through these. This is good. Okay. Okay. This one is very interesting. This is the Dixon. So again, same guy Dixon, but it's the experimental sound film. So this is the first time we see. I think they called them. I could be wrong. They called them soundies. I think. So the movie was it moves, but then the soundy is what they called it. Yeah, let's watch it here. But obviously that never caught on. Otherwise, we'd be calling them soundies and not movies. I think it was soundy. It sounds wrong though. It sounds, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Pay attention. Thomas Edison. Yeah. Interesting. Wax cylinder. Yeah, so that was before that very, it was literally, if you imagine a vinyl disc with its lines, literally captured, like it captures, and that's how it captures, projects the sound on the lines on the thing and the needle. Wax cylinder is similar, in that it's the lines are, I think this is right. It's carved onto like a chunk of wax and then spun round, but obviously, they're really fragile and belief lost, and it was broken, but I'm imagining they managed to restore it. Yeah, repaired and recorded at Hammerstein. Yeah, so that's very cool. So yeah, over 100 years ago. Like, just to put that in perspective, it's pretty impressive. 3 times. So you should be able to hear someone say, "Are you?" Okay. Yeah. So that's it. And you can see they're capturing it in this. I'm assuming this is how they're actually capturing it with this massive horn. I mean, I don't think that's part of the set. I think that's actually my massive microphone, which is just so cool. And you can hear the violin, and you should be able to hear, according to the message before. Are the rest of you ready? Go ahead. So watch it again. Or maybe not. Hang on. No. We should be able to hear. Go ahead. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but so there's someone's voice was captured. The violin sounds atrocious, but it's very cool nonetheless because it is synced up. Yeah, it looks synced up. Yeah, really cool. Oh god. I think I need I have a waffle here. Oh, okay. Yeah, not much difference. Okay. Hopefully this is all going well. Okay. Next film. Okay. This one's weird. I think it's either called The Water Watered or The Sprinkler Sprinkled. And it's, it's one with, yeah, so it's French. Lumiere. Yeah, so you might have heard of the Lumiere brothers. Let's go with the 1 minute one, I suppose. 1895. Gonna eat my waffle.
Switch to Chrome to load your favorite sites fast, so you can browse with ease.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. No, that's not part of the film. That's not part of the film. It ends. It ends. Okay, well, we don't really see that again. Okay, so yeah. Proper narrative. I mean, not amazing, but it's a narrative. It exists. And there's kind of acting as well. I don't think the actor was good, but for the first actors, pretty good. Compared to the other ones, I'm trying to think. In comparison, I don't think there was any acting particularly. I mean, I guess the blacksmiths acted. I mean, all of the people in the films acted, but I mean, it was not so demanding as this, where you kind of have to, he looks a bit awkward. Okay. Next one, which you probably will have heard of, is the arrival of a train. There seem to be lots of these. 18... 96. Yeah, of course. Yeah, next year. I should probably explain what I'm trying to do is, I think I explained it a little bit at the start, but what I'm trying to do is watch a film from every year film has existed. So we've started in 1888 and then going on. Obviously they'll get a lot longer, and a lot harder to keep up with. But I have a list on my wall, but I've picked out a bunch of films using IMDb. I'm going to just go down the list. However long it takes me, I'm going to go down the list. So we are... I see. I'm not sure which one is that one's in color, maybe. Okay, well we'll watch that one, and we'll watch this one after as well because I'm pretty sure. So it's Lumiere brothers, and you might, if you've watched the film Hugo, then you might remember a scene from that, and we'll talk more about Hugo in a minute, because it's quite interesting. Come on, Lude. My Wi-Fi cannot cope. Okay. Hopefully. My computer's struggling as well. Ah! Okay. Please work. Oh god, something's terrible's happened. Maybe I should have just waited for it to load. Let's reload. It's fine. I think we're going to get an ad now. We're going to be blessed. Lovely.
So many hotels.
Yeah.
So little time.
Where is the skip button?
Now finding the right one is easy.
Just disappeared. Okay. That's
Compare
fine.
and book on the app with Hotels.com.
You know, I don't think I can cope with this other tab. I'm going to shut that down for now. Okay. Please. Okay. Full screen might not work. Well, we can just watch. I'm sure you can see. Oh god, I think I just ruined it. Hold on, let's go back. Let's watch it from the start. Okay, train coming in. You can see it looks French. I mean, at least the landscape behind looks kind of, French. Train comes in. And basically, as I'm sure you're familiar with, you may not be familiar with, basically the story goes, which might not be true, that when this is shown to people in the theatre, or they probably didn't have theatres at that point, but, in a place, when it was shown to them, they would all duck down, because the train looks like it's coming towards them, and they were so scared. I don't know how true that is. Maybe I could look into it. Yeah, I'll look into it. We will go and we will search up the arrival of a train. Lumiere. We'll just do a quick search on Wikipedia. I have no idea. Okay, hang on. Not shown at Lumiere's first public screening. Come on, where's the... Aha, okay. Well-known rumor in the world of cinema. Story goes that when the film was first shown, the audience was so overwhelmed by the moving image of a life-size train coming directly at them that people, screamed and ran to the back of the room. German magazine wrote that the film had a particularly lasting impact, caused fear, terror, even panic. Some have doubted the veracity of this incident. Film scholar, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they don't really know, basically, but it's a good story. It's a good story. This I'm imagining is color, so we'll watch that. Why not? We'll watch that. Here we go. Goodness. Oh, that's cool. It's all... Again, full screen just doesn't work out, which is fine. Oh. No, now it's just zoomed in weirdly. Oh god, what have I done? Oh, bloody hell. Right, that's fine. You get the idea. Yeah, so, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm imagining all these sounds and the color. I mean, it's all artificial. I don't think it's like... No, I don't think it's remastered. Well, I don't know. I mean, the color's not completely artificial, because you remember Peter Jackson did, like, his... I can't remember what the film was called, but it was a documentary and they recolored the World War One footage, which is pretty cool. And they, they could work it out because of how, even if it was black and white. So I imagine this is done quite well. But the sound, I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's watch the next one. Dance. Okay. So, the Dance Serpentine, 18... Well, it's 1897. Yeah, I'm so stupid. Okay, let's do this. This one's very cool. This one is very, very, very cool. So I believe this one, I could be wrong again, I don't know. But I'm inferring that they colored this one in by hand, because that's something they did. Okay, this is Lumiere Brothers, where they colored it in by hand, like actually going onto the individual film and like dyeing it or coloring or somehow doing each frame so that was colored a certain way, and this is how they were able to do it. I believe so, and this would make sense in this context. Because what you're about to see is pretty cool.
Or write quickly?
Stop. Please work. Okay, yeah, so we're good. Yes. Look at that. Pretty damn cool. So, what you're seeing... I mean, obviously her dress isn't changing in real time. So that is the first example, I think, of visual effects of what we're seeing. Is that what we're seeing is, someone coloring it so it changes. So what you're actually recording, you're using post-production to change the film, so it's not realistic anymore. And I mean, that is amazing. It's kind of mesmerizing. And they obviously went into this with the vision of what they were going to do. And, and that's another key thing. They didn't just film a blacksmith or something. They were going in with an intention to do something really very creative. And I think that's what's really special about this film. Next film, though, it's a bit messed up. The Four Troublesome Heads. This one is very, very, very cool. I mean, these are all cool, except for the Dixon greeting, but they're all very cool. So this one is the first one by Georges Méliès, French person, This is kind of, if you remember in the film Hugo, which I mentioned earlier, in Hugo, he's a character, and the films, they rediscover the films, because he, basically what happens is that this guy, he's a magician originally, which you'll kind of understand in this film, where his background is a magician, so he's an illusionist, he creates illusions, and so he uses film to create illusions, and he uses it to bolster his craft, and he uses it to entertain people. So he's using it in a really unique way. So what we've just seen with the color, where they're coloring in, this is similar. He's using post-production to create incredible effects that people would have been really entertained at the time. Like, nowadays, visual effects, they kind of add to the story. They're not really, I don't think they're the main draw for a person going to the film. It's the narrative and it's the enjoyment. I mean, it's all coming together, but mostly I'd say it's the narrative. However, back in the day, there's not much narrative that can be created. Obviously, seeing a film, a moving image, is pretty extraordinary, but if you can make it even more extraordinary, by doing this with the visual effects, it becomes even more of a draw for people and entertains people even more. So just remember, he's a magician. I mean, that's his background here. I don't know about the guitar music. Yeah, but you can see. There we go. So he's doing the classic kind of magician thing where you go under it and show there's nothing under there. Yeah. And you can see, I mean, the head's been blacked out, quite obviously, but it wouldn't be obvious to people seeing it for the first time. People would have been mesmerized. And it is very entertaining. He just throws one away. I mean, it's quite good. And that's it. So I'm not sure what his first film was. It might not have been this. Probably not. But this is really... It's quite good at showing his style. So in the film Hugo, they rediscover his film. So he's, due to the war, World War One, films are no longer attraction. I mean, this is how they describe it in the film, but I think this is pretty realistic as well. This is true to what happened, true story. So during the war, it kind of business slowed, and then after the war, people weren't interested in his kind of whimsical films like this. They found them too. People wanted more serious films and stuff like that. Which I don't know if that's necessarily true, because more proof has been shown that that in times of hardship, people prefer escapism. And for example, actually a good example is Barbie versus Oppenheimer, actually. Perhaps, basically, I don't think the world's going through a particularly great time at the moment. And that is part of the reason why a lot more people watch Barbie. Barbie's more accessible, to be fair, generally, but perhaps if things were better, more people will watch Oppenheimer. That's kind of the theory that goes behind it. And well, back to him. After the war, then he had no business. He went into despair. He sold his old films off to a high heel company, and they condensed the film to make the heel bit on the high heel, and then he burnt down his studio. Then the film kicks off, and his film, and he again in the film he buys a toy shop in Montparnasse station in Paris, and that's how he makes his living. And then he what's the word? I've completely lost the plot. Yes, so his films are rediscovered by a film critic or someone studying film, and then they're put on in a big show, and everyone's like, wow, these films are amazing. You are like a true pioneer. And I think he was probably the first auteur. If you don't know what auteur means, it's like a director or a filmmaker who has a distinct style and has sufficient creative control over their films to have that distinct style. And I think he does have a very distinct style, and in some ways he defined how the film industry worked, with a team of people coming together, but he was kind of maintaining the creative control. Okay, next film, which I think this one's by him as well. This is our last film, actually. Cinderella and the Glass Slipper, 1899. $99. I'm gonna have another waffle. I'm starving. Here we go. So obviously there have been many Cinderella adaptations over the years. I'm imagining this is one of, if not the first. Such a good waffle.
You're looking to make your app the best it can be. It sounds simple, but the reality is anything.
Good. So again, this one's 5-6 minutes long. It's a proper narrative. And have we seen editing before? I don't think we've seen editing before, so this one definitely has editing. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think we've seen editing yet. So this is the first one with editing, which is pretty good. Again, George Media. Blue Danube Wall sign? Possibly Skaters Walls, can't remember. was smart. Really cool. Yeah, we've watched it. But I mean, this is where I think we're gonna finish here with the films. Really epic though. The one thing about Hugo is that I don't quite understand. I don't understand the whole automaton thing. Like I don't know what's that all about. I don't. I mean, I don't think it's real but I don't know. I don't entirely get it. And I don't the actual. It's based off a book, I believe, but the actual thing, Hugo, I don't think was a real person. But the professor or the student of films is real. I think I'll play some music as we go out. It was quite short in the end, but I think I might do a stream again tomorrow. Oh, here's the music. Oh yes, very good. Yes, this is good. I might stream again tomorrow, but yeah, I'm sorry, you missed it. I'm sorry, but it's fine. I'll stream again tomorrow, and it'll be amazing. I probably won't watch films. There's a couple things I'll mention. I'll plug Mammoth Myth. I haven't uploaded in ages, but if you look at Mammoth Myth on YouTube, crazy mythology videos. You can catch these VODs on the Raup Films YouTube channel, and I'll upload that as soon as possible. And it'll be amazing and all that. Other than that, yeah, I'm sorry, but that's it. That is the stream coming to an end. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.